Genghis Khan. The name echoes through history, resonating with tales of conquest and power, synonymous with ruthless ambition and unparalleled military prowess, a force that reshaped the world. His Mongol hordes swept across Asia and Europe, conquering vast territories with relentless speed and efficiency, leaving a trail of redrawn borders and shattered empires in their wake. Millions perished under the Mongol war machine, their lives forever altered by the tides of war. Yet, from the ashes of destruction arose an unexpected consequence, an environmental renaissance, a rebirth of nature. This is the paradox of Genghis Khan, the unintentional eco-warrior, a figure of both destruction and renewal. How could a conqueror, known for brutality, inadvertently spark ecological rejuvenation, a revival of the natural world? The answer lies in the intricate interplay between human actions and the natural world, a delicate balance of cause and effect. Genghis Khan's conquests, while devastating, triggered a cascade of events that ultimately benefited the environment, a silver lining in a dark cloud. Large-scale depopulation, a direct result of the Mongol conquests, allowed forests to reclaim vast swathes of land, areas once teeming with human activity. This regrowth in turn acted as a massive carbon sink, pulling carbon dioxide from the atmosphere and potentially impacting the global climate, a testament to nature's resilience.
The Mongol Empire under Genghis Khan's leadership expanded with terrifying speed and ruthlessness. Entire cities were razed, populations decimated, and farmland abandoned. Historians estimate that the Mongol conquests may have resulted in the deaths of tens of millions of people across Asia and Europe. This dramatic depopulation, while undeniably tragic, had unintended ecological consequences. With fewer people to cultivate the land, forests began to reclaim their lost territory. Fields once teeming with crops lay fallow, gradually overtaken by shrubs, then trees. This process of reforestation occurred across vast areas of the former Mongol Empire, from the steppes of Central Asia to the plains of Eastern Europe.
Imagine a landscape scarred by war, villages deserted, fields lying barren. Now picture this. Slowly, tentatively at first, nature begins to heal the wounds. Seeds carried by the wind find fertile ground in the abandoned fields. Trees, once cleared for agriculture, sprout anew, their roots digging deep into the soil. Over decades and centuries, forests regrew, creating a mosaic of woodlands, shrublands, and grasslands. This ecological succession transformed the landscape, providing habitats for wildlife and altering the very air we breathe. The scale of this reforestation was immense, encompassing millions of hectares of land across Asia and Europe.
The idea that Genghis Khan's conquests could have impacted the climate might seem like a stretch, but scientific evidence supports this intriguing hypothesis. Researchers have long used ice cores and tree rings as natural archives of past climates. These records provide valuable insights into Earth's atmospheric composition and temperature over centuries and millennia. Ice cores, extracted from glaciers and polar ice caps, trap tiny bubbles of ancient air. By analyzing the composition of these air bubbles, scientists can determine the concentration of various gases, including carbon dioxide, present in the atmosphere at the time the ice formed. Similarly, tree rings provide a yearly record of growth influenced by factors like temperature and precipitation. Wider rings generally indicate favorable growing conditions, while narrower rings suggest harsher years.
Section 5. The carbon connection. Analysis of ice cores from the Mongol period reveals a curious anomaly. A slight dip in atmospheric carbon dioxide levels coinciding with the period of Mongol expansion. This period, marked by significant historical events, offers a unique insight into the interplay between human activity and atmospheric changes. This finding, while seemingly small, has significant implications. It suggests that even historical events can have a measurable impact on our planet's climate. Carbon dioxide, a greenhouse gas, plays a crucial role in regulating Earth's temperature. It traps heat within the atmosphere, creating a warming effect that is essential for life as we know it. A decrease in atmospheric carbon dioxide, however slight, could potentially lead to a cooling effect. This cooling effect, though minor, can influence global climate patterns over time. So how do Genghis Khan's conquests tie into this carbon puzzle? The answer is rooted in the aftermath of these conquests. The answer lies in the massive reforestation that followed depopulation. As populations declined, vast areas of farmland were abandoned and eventually reclaimed by forests. Trees, as they grow, absorb carbon dioxide from the atmosphere through photosynthesis, storing it within their wood, leaves, and roots. This natural process helps to reduce the amount of CO2 in the atmosphere. The vast scale of reforestation across the former Mongol Empire could have acted as a significant carbon sink, drawing down atmospheric carbon dioxide levels. This historical example highlights the profound impact that reforestation can have on our planet's climate.
Section 6. A world transformed. To fully grasp the potential impact of Mongol-era reforestation, we must consider the historical context. Prior to Genghis Khan's rise, much of Asia and Europe had already experienced centuries of intensive land use. Agriculture, deforestation, and urbanization had significantly altered the landscape. The Mongol conquests, while undeniably destructive, inadvertently provided a respite for these ecosystems. With human populations decimated, forests and other natural habitats had an opportunity to regenerate on a massive scale. This regrowth likely had a ripple effect on the environment, influencing everything from local microclimates to global carbon cycles.
Section 7. The Mongol Legacy on Land Use. The Mongol Empire, despite its short lifespan, left an enduring legacy on land use practices. The nomadic Mongols, accustomed to a pastoral lifestyle, often favored grasslands and steppes for grazing their herds. This preference, in some cases, led to the protection and even expansion of grasslands at the expense of forests. For example, in parts of China, the Mongols converted former agricultural lands into pasture lands, encouraging the growth of grasslands rather than forests. This shift in land use, while driven by the Mongols' nomadic traditions, had long-term ecological consequences, shaping the composition and distribution of plant and animal communities.
Section 8. Beyond the battlefield. The story of Genghis Khan and his environmental impact extends far beyond the battlefield. It highlights the complex and often unpredictable ways in which human actions can have far-reaching consequences for the natural world. While the Mongol conquests were undeniably devastating, they also serve as a reminder of nature's resilience. Even in the face of widespread destruction, ecosystems can and do recover given the opportunity. The reforestation that followed the Mongol conquests stands as a testament to nature's ability to heal, transforming ravaged landscapes into verdant forests and carbon-absorbing ecosystems. Section 9. Ironies of history. The tale of Genghis Khan, the unintentional eco-warrior, is replete with ironies. A conqueror known for brutality, inadvertently sparked an ecological renaissance. His empire, built on bloodshed and conquest, ultimately contributed to a decrease in atmospheric carbon dioxide, a greenhouse gas we now grapple with in the 21st century. These ironies underscore the complexities of human history and our intricate relationship with the natural world. They remind us that even our most devastating actions can have unintended consequences, some detrimental, others surprisingly beneficial.
Section 10. Modern Mongolia, a changing climate. Today, centuries after Genghis Khan's reign, Mongolia faces new environmental challenges, particularly the impacts of climate change. The vast steppes and grasslands that once sustained the Mongol Empire are now experiencing rising temperatures, changing precipitation patterns, and increased desertification. These changes threaten the livelihoods of nomadic herders, who rely on healthy grasslands for their livestock. The irony is palpable. A land shaped by the conquests of a warrior now faces a different kind of battle, one against the invisible forces of a changing climate.
Section 11. Lessons from the Khan. What lessons can we draw from Genghis Khan's unintentional environmental legacy? His conquests, while brutal, led to a significant reduction in human population, which in turn allowed vast tracts of land to recover and reforest. Perhaps the most important is the recognition that human actions, for better or worse, have profound and lasting impacts on the planet. The Mongol invasions inadvertently contributed to a decrease in carbon emissions, showing how human activity can alter the environment. While we cannot undo the past, we can learn from it, using history as a guide to inform our present-day environmental stewardship. By studying the unintended consequences of historical events, we can better understand the delicate balance between human activity and nature. The story of Genghis Khan, the eco-warrior, serves as a stark reminder of the interconnectedness of human history and the natural world. His legacy, though not intended to be environmental, offers valuable insights into how our actions shape the world around us. It highlights the unintended consequences of our actions and the importance of considering the long-term environmental impacts of our choices. Every decision we make today can have ripple effects that last for centuries. As we face the challenges of climate change and other environmental crises, we would do well to remember the lessons of the Khan, however unintentional they may have been. By reflecting on the past, we can make more informed choices for a sustainable future.